Hey guys, welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. I'm Greg, and that is one beautiful Backdraft Cobra. Let's take a look at this baby. I love the paint combo on it. That thing is absolutely gorgeous. Those stripes are actually like a silver, and then of course we've got the gray background with that metallic in it looking sweet. Then we got the 427 stroker under the hood, making a bunch of horsepower, sounding amazing. Everything about these Backdraft Cobras are absolutely gorgeous. Now, one of the reasons are these babies are actually built in a factory, and so all the paint work's done, the assembly's all done, all the wiring, all the plumbing, everything's done except the motor and trans. Then they get here to the States, they slip the motor and trans of your choice in there, and away you go. She is a beauty, man. Look at how gorgeous this thing is. We got great looking knockoff wheels, and look at the shine on those stainless steel side pipes. And right here's where the music's coming out right there, music to my ears. This one's got an especially great sound, real throaty. And look at the interior here. We've got great looking wood steering wheel, all the gauges you need right there. She is a beauty. Then we got the 4-point harnesses. Check them babies out. Strap yourself in and away you go. Real fun car to drive too. I love it. Everywhere you go in one of these, you've got somebody following you around wanting to know all about it. Isn't she beautiful? Of course, these are the quick jacks. They don't use them anymore, but back in the day, they had that jack that went under there, hooked into those two little things right here, jack the car up real quick, change those tires, get right back on the racetrack. As they were dumping probably like 20, 25 gallons of fuel, they'd tip that big can up in there, and away it'd go. And then they'd hop on this thing, get back out front, make sure Ferrari was behind them. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we don't do any consignment whatsoever. That means we own this car, so you know we've taken our time, checked it all out, we put it up on a lift, do an inspection on it, take our pictures, do a video. We show you everything you need to see so you can make a great decision. All right, we're in the Cobra now, and it is rainy and nasty outside, so we're not driving this thing today. Now, I have driven this one, and it is a rocket ship. It sounds amazing. You can see down here on the dash, you got everything you need. This is actually the starter button. The key's over there to the left of the steering wheel. Then there is a shutoff right there on the tunnel that's easy to get to. The shifter here has got, on 4th gear it says county jail, and 5th gear it says prison. So you might want to keep it out of 5th gear. This thing is fast as grease lightning. Call Tom anytime. He'll tell you all about the car. His number's 248-974-9513. And stick with us because we're going to put this baby up on the lift right now. All right, we're underneath the Cobra now, and man, it's looking sweet under here. Independent suspension in the back end. It's a Ford 8.8 rear end. You can tell by these arms right here, that's what makes it an RT4. It doesn't have the BMW suspension in the back. Of course, coilovers holding it up there. Then this bracing is just going everywhere. Everything's fully adjustable too. These link arms here are adjustable. These arms up here are adjustable. We got a sway bar up here. Even there's another arm up here that's adjustable. I mean, it's got plenty of adjustment. It looks like a 355 gear in here. What's really cool is they've made the cross member removable so this 5-speed trans can come out if it needs to. It's got a hydraulic clutch, an explosion-proof bell housing. We've got a nice filter here on the fuel line. It's got a PowerMaster high torque starter on it. As you can see, it's clean as a whistle under here. Now, it still does remain having the BMW suspension in the front, and this one does have manual rack and pinion steering. We got the hold downs here, and if you watched any of my videos, you know I always say don't use the hold downs on a Cobra. You should be driving it. But if you've got a trailer it, they've got them here. We got a big sway bar up front here too. The nose of a Cobra is very, very low, and if you get too close to the curb, you're going to tear it up. So stay away from the curbs. This nose is about that far longer than you think it is when you're sitting in the driver's seat. Now, for wheels and tires, we've got the true knockoffs like they used to use back in the day, but these are 18s. Back in the day, you had 15s. These are 245, 40, 18s. Then when you're taking these knockoffs off, this tie wire is more for nostalgia. That's what they used to use as a safety back in the day. Well, Backdraft has this center cap here with a little rubber washer. You spin that off, and then you knock the knockoff off towards the front. Whether you're in the driver's side or the passenger side, you always knock them off towards the front. You can see that the stainless back there on the pipes is looking sweet. And look at that paint, man. She is beautiful. What a view. You can see the frame's all nicely painted. The side pipes are just looking sweet, all polished up, looking good. Then out back, of course, we got more rubber back here. 295, 40, 18s here. And again, we got the knockoffs here. If you want to take them off, knock them off towards the front. Of course, disc brakes front and back on this one. We're going to lower it down and look under the hood right now. All right, under the hood, we got a 427 stroker. Now, these start out as 351s, and then they stroke them out to 427 inches. And I tell you what, if Carroll Shelby had this motor back in the day, he would have loved it. High revving, high horsepower, just looking sweet. And you can see what Backdraft does. I mean, everything under here is shiny as can be. I mean, she's show and go. Love the valve covers on here. It does have a 4-barrel carb on it. It is dual feed. It is a Holley. It is vacuum secondaries, and it does have an electric choke on it. It looks like we got an MSD distributor in there with the MSD coil mounted over here. We've got all the accessories are all polished up, looking sweet. We got the aluminum intake on it, the aluminum water pump. And one of the things Backdraft does real nice is they use these polished stainless steel lines for the upper radiator hose and the lower radiator hose, and then also the holding tank there. It does have a big electric fan for the radiator to keep that nice and cool. Now, this car is equipped with power brakes. I can see the power booster. You can't see it from where you're at. It's actually underneath that front fender there. You can see the steering shaft going down to that manual rack. A lot of guys like the manual rack in these things. Just everything looking sweet under here. The engineering on this thing is just amazing. I think I told you earlier, these things come all set up from the factory, so they're professionally built. The only thing that gets put in once they get over here to the States is the motor and trans. Everything else is done in the factory. So give us a call at 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your drive.